How you doing, guys? I'm Sean.
Hi everybody, I'm Lynn. I hope you're having an incredible day today.
Absolutely magical day today. Guys, today's video we're going to be talking. We've been asked a question there on our YouTube channel, and basically we're asked the question: what do we believe about the pyramids? Do we believe that an alien civilization either built it, or did man build it, or what's the story with them? What's our views on it now? So what's what this video is going to be all about?
Absolutely, yeah. So what we're going to do is give our slant on it, and then we want you to give your slant on who you think built the pyramids.
Yeah, because I think it's important that we just share what we believe in or what we at this moment in time, because the more information is being unearthed, so to speak,
I like that one.
as it's going. But where we stand with it is quite simple. We don't believe for one moment that the human race that we're all part of built it. Not in the timeline and the time frame that archaeologists would have us believe. The fact of the matter is nobody really knows who built them or why they built them. There's certainly a lot of speculation about it, but in reality there's no hard facts. But it just doesn't add up to us that, humans as in our context has built these here, if you're looking at the timeline of what they're actually suggesting.
Oh,
because
it's ridiculous, isn't it? It
it's
really
unbelievable.
is, yeah.
And if you actually go back to what they're actually saying to us to believe in, they're saying to you about 6,500 years ago, the people just started learning how to use a plough. You know what I mean? For the farming. 5,500 years ago, they learned how to write. 5,000 years ago, they learned how to make bricks in the fire. You know what I mean? The way we would have bricks. And then they're saying 500 years later, they built the first pyramid.
It's craziness.
Now, there's been nothing ever built in the scale
Not even a
of the
fraction
pyramids,
to this day. No.
or the archaeology, the architecture, the design of it. But you couldn't even get a credit card in the cracks of the pyramid. It's so detailed, and there's been so many architects have turned out, even modern today, nothing could be built
Nothing.
with the precision that was done there.
No, it's incredible, and the position with that facing all the stars inside all the chambers. And the amazing thing is, it's like with today's technology, they can build the most incredible skyscrapers and the most amazing buildings. And yet, even with all the equipment and all the machinery they've got today for building all these incredible buildings, they would not be able to even do 1% of anything like the pyramids. And that's today. So how on earth, all them thousands of years ago, did they build it? So
and what has been built since, no disrespect to anybody, but the fact of the matter is what has been built since. So they went ahead and they built these pyramids, and they expect people to believe that they were built for, for an offering for their father, for the pharaoh, to get the other. I believe that probably they were certainly occupied after they were built, the same way that a lot of the dolmens here in Ireland and elsewhere throughout the world. Some people would have put quartz into
I
them.
believe that the pharaohs used them after that. In other words, they were built a long time before the pharaohs, and the pharaohs came along after that, thousand years ago, and they used them for burying the kings and queens in. I do believe that
100%, because there's no even the hieroglyphs and things like that. There's nothing there to state how they were built. You think they go to all that trouble, but try to imagine this here. The first time that they were building the pyramid, and they were saying, okay, I'm going to do something grand for my father. I'm going to make a great offering to take him to this other life. So I'm going to build something. Well, you build a lot of things smaller than that, and actually going from one extreme to another on a guess, on a chance. As I say, 500 years prior to it, they're learning how to write.
It's madness, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? 500 years before that, before they built the pyramids, they only learned how to, to make bricks in a fire, but yet to have so much detail of guessing and working things out and going, I'm going to build this pyramid, I'm going to build it so tight you couldn't get a credit card inside any of the cracks of it.
Now, I've been really blessed that in 1995, in August, I was really lucky to go there and see the pyramids, and it was the most amazing experience of my life. And I was only in Egypt for actually one day, so I was rushing around
one day more than me.
One day, and the pyramids, I mean, I've seen it in books. I've always been fascinated by anything Egyptian and the pyramids. But when I actually saw them in real life, I was absolutely blown away by how massive it is and how big each individual brick is. I mean, I thought it'd be like lots of little bricks for some reason. And the bricks are massive. No way can people just lift them or carry them. It's ridiculous to even think it, especially thousands of years ago.
So guys, what do you think yourselves? And we're completely open, and we're open to change. It's only our just slant. We just cannot say that adds up. It doesn't make sense. To get somebody to going from the cave, and then 20,000 years later they start to settle, and then 10,000 years later they start to do the farming, and then 500 years later they learn how to use a plough, and then 500 years later they built the pyramids, and nothing since. It doesn't make sense.
I know.
So what's your views on it? Leave your comments down below. Any links of any other interesting sites. But we definitely think they were built prior to the pharaohs, that dynasty. I think they're built by an ancient civilization.
I think so too.
They're no longer remaining in this physical reality. And if they are here, they're well hidden. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely. I believe they're built by an alien race. Definitely aliens. So what do you think, guys? What do you think? Who do you think built these pyramids? If you have any idea, drop your comments down below. We'd love to hear what you think about this.
Guys, listen, thanks very much for watching. If you haven't already done so, I say please subscribe. You can follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. And you can check out our other channel, Dreaming of Avalon Meditation, and also all about crystals. And guys, if you want to be intuitively awakened, you could also consider purchasing our ebook. We links are all down below for it.
Absolutely. Send you loads of love and happiness as always from Ireland. And remember to walk like an Egyptian.
Hey! Woohoo!
Do do do.